Well, hello there, friends. Very exciting video today. I'm making onion rings. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to make them delicious, crunchy. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell. Oh, I'm going to make them again. Don't worry. Well, hello there, friends. Let me show you my secret of how to make not only delicious, but super, super crunchy onion rings. You know, I love onion, so this is gonna be like delicious. You're gonna love it. All right, first, we're gonna cut the onion. You got a big onion right there, take it a big one. And when you're gonna do this, you gotta look for big onion. Huh? This is a Spanish onion. You can use a white onion, you can use a Vidalia onion, you can use a sweet onion, use whatever onion makes you happy, right? And the idea is to cut big rings, folks. So the end of it, they don't do so good. I save this for the soup, I save this for the stock. I wanna get big onion rings. So I cut them about between 1/4 and 1/2 inch thick, you see? That's all I do, just right there. Big, 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 as big as I can possibly get. But I'm gonna have an onion ring thing. I want a big onion ring. I don't want a little one, right? So the only thing I gotta do at this point, friends, very simple, is I gotta put them, oh, see, that's no good, stuck. We'll put them apart. And now, sometimes you have a little membrane, you see? Let me see if I can find one. Well, you know, this one doesn't have it. But sometimes the little membrane, I want you to remove it. You know, it's like the little, I can't show you one, but it's like a little skin, like a little membrane, if you will. Let's see if this guy has it, but I don't think so. I don't think so. So there's no membrane here. But if you see a little membrane, you want to remove it, because if you don't remove it, friends, then the butter is not going to stick to it, okay? So it's very simple, right? We got the onion cut. Let me take this out of the way. And now let's make the batter. All right, I got it. Let me take it. Oh, let me use this bowl right there. And all right, so I got a cup of half a cup of flour, regular flour. I got a half a cup of rice flour. If you don't have rice flour, you all you have is rough flour. Just use regular flour. A quarter cup of cornstarch. And for extra crunchiness, a 1/4 cup of fine cornmeal. That's gonna give you some really, really nice crunchiness. And we're gonna put some baking powder. And the baking powder, my friends, I only want like a teaspoon of baking powder. All right, now that's all I'm gonna do right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix them like this, you see? Very simple, right? And I mix them with a whisk because it really makes them better. And then I'm gonna put a beer in there. Put a lager, put whatever makes you happy. If you don't drink, you should try it. It's delicious. If you don't drink, you can put a soda in there. Put a club soda. We want the bottle. That's what we're looking for. So don't worry about it. You're making it for kids. My mom used to put extra beer for us. So what we want to do is I'm going to put a beer in there, but depends. I want it to be like a thick pancake batter, kind of like. Not that thick. This is a little too thick. So we want to make it a thick pancake batter, not too thin, not too thick. Usually about, depends how thirsty I am. I put like about 3/4 of a bottle of beer in it. And that's about what we're going to put, you'll see. I don't want it to be too thin now. Mix it up really good. Mix it up really, really, really good. And then we're going to put some seasoning in there, friends. Now, the seasoning you put in could be salt and pepper, little cayenne pepper in there, little nutmeg in there, put whatever you want. What I like to use, friends, is a little bit of my Creole seasoning. I make this, any seasoning you want, friends. It's up to you. Little Creole seasoning that we make, it's fabulous, but you can use whatever makes you happy. You can use your own Creole seasoning, it'll be delicious. A little seasoning is really important, okay? And we're going to put just a touch more salt, because there's not that much salt in there. And there's cayenne in it already, so I don't need to put any more. You see right there? Maybe a little thinner. Little thinner. If it's too thick, you're going to have a tough time covering the onion, okay? So just like that. Mix it up really well. You're now done with your butter. Let's skip the whisk in it. We have it done. So now, what we do now, we make sure our oil, we're not ready for the oil yet, but we make sure our oil is at 365. It's getting there. I'm about 350. If you don't have one of those, you got to have some kind of a thermometer. It's the secret of making them crispy and not soggy is to make sure your oil is 365 degrees, friends. Very, very important, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to take them, we're going to put them in there. You know, let me do them now. Let me do them now. Let me put this out of the way. I'm just going to take a few rings. I'm going to do a couple of them. Okay, I don't want to do that many of them. We're going to put them in there. We're going to let them soak in there. Take a tongue. Take any tool you want. Don't do it with your hand because your hands are going to get all messy. And if your hands are all messy, you're going to be a mess in the next stage. Okay, let me remove this out of the way. Now, what I like to do, folks, I like to use panko, this seasoned panko, the seasoned one. Panko is most important, friends. You can use regular breadcrumb if you want, but if you want them really crunchy, you got to use panko. The Japanese breadcrumb, you can find it in your store, in any store have them. You can find them online. If you don't have seasoned, just have regular one and put some little spice in there if you want. Okay? So now what happened, I'll show you, friends. When you buy it, it's a little crunchy. See, it's very coarse. I find that it's a little too coarse for breading. So what I do is I put them in a food processor and I get them a little finer. That's all I do. Really simple, okay? And the food processor, you'll use it a few times, okay? So now we're going to go and make sure the oil is at the right temperature. I'm going to turn it on just a little bit more, not too high. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, because you can make those in advance, friends. You can make them in advance and you can freeze them. And you get them out of the freezer. I'll show you what stage you can do it. You put them in here like this, see? Make sure you drip. You drip. That's why it's kind of nice to have one of those tongs right there. And then what you do, you go like this. You see, look. You take it and just do this. Avoid to put your hand in there, friends, until it's all dry, okay? Otherwise, you're going to put your hand in there, and it's going to be very key. So you want to take it, and you want to try to avoid touching them too much. Now, this, friends, is how you make them in advance, and you freeze them. Like right here at this point, you can freeze them. And then you can keep them in the freezer. So what I do is I put the tray like that in the freezer, and when they're really cold, then I put them in a bag. I put them in a container in here like that. Okay, so look, make sure they're all coated. You get rid of the excess. Put them, put them in here like this, and just do this. So you keep your hands clean. And when you have a lot of them like that in advance, it makes it super easy, you see? Just like this, right? And then you take it. Now you can go with your hand, right? Very simple. Let's do one more. See, they're pretty. Put them like that so they all look pretty, yeah? You know, here we go. Just like that. Make sure you get rid of the excess. You see? I love a good onion ring. Put them in here, right? And then, okay, one more thing I got to show you. I got to show you all that stuff and make sure we're good. Temperature-wise, yeah, we're almost there. That's good. It gives me a little time to show you more. You see? Hope everybody can see here. See, my hands are super clean. That's the idea, is to try to keep your hands clean, friends. Okay, get rid of the excess. Because if you have too much excess, it's going to fall in the oil. The oil is going to get dirty very quick. Okay, so now look. This gets dirty sometimes. Not dirty. It gets a little clumpy, right? So you know what I do? I put it in here. I take my food processor. Okay, so it's a setup. You just got to get set up. Run it for a while. Not too long. Just a little bit, right? And then all the clumps that we had a minute ago, guess where they are? They're gone. You see? So this, more you have, easier it is to do. All right, so far so good. Let's fry them now first. We're going to take them. We're going to put them with our hands, but we have to be careful. Make sure your oil is at the right temperature, and if it is, which it is right now, we're going to put it in. Very simple. All you got to do is this. Look. A child could do this. Don't let the child do it, please. Not a good idea. Maybe that's not good for the child, okay? We're going to put them in, and you watch. In no time at all, let me rinse this guy right there. In no time at all, they're going to be golden brown, and we're going to need to switch them. What I do is I kind of move them so they don't stick to each other when they're doing this. See, perfect temperature of the oil, perfect temperature. Monitor your oil, my friends. You got to try to keep it at 365. That's the secret. It really is. It's simple. Secrets of doing two things. One, so remember, you can freeze them. Before I did that, you take them out of the freezer, Just like that, take them out of the freezer and put them directly in the oil. Don't worry. Nothing's gonna happen to them, okay? So look, flip them. And let me tell you, friends, not only they're delicious, but they're pretty. You know, we don't want to be serving onion rings that look kind of sloppy looking. We're almost there. Now, I like them really, really nice and golden brown. I really do. Until you make them, I promise you, you're going to love them. And like I said, the most beautiful thing is you can make them in a desk, come to that freezer. When they're frozen, put them directly in the oil. Yeah, I promise you. I want them really, really dark, so it may take a second or two, but I'll show you, they're like beautiful rings. And everybody's always wondering, why do you want everything to look so pretty? Because it tastes better. Don't you think it tastes better? I think it tastes better, friends. All right, just a couple more seconds. And then I got them and put them on a paper towel. So I grab them. All right, it makes it easy if you have a nice pair of tongs like that, right? And then put them on a paper towel. Just like this. All right, just like this. And put them on a paper towel. I think they're perfect. I think they are absolutely gorgeous, you see? And let me tell you, my friends, I'm turning the oil off because I'm finished with my demonstration. You can serve them with the sauce if you want. I like to serve them next to a steak. I think they're beautiful. If you make them in advance, what you got to do is dump them. They're really simple. I made a sauce than we did for the prime rib with our horseradish and ketchup and sour cream. Fabulous to serve it with. Make whatever sauce you want if you want to serve it with the sauce. I don't really care to serve it with the sauce. Now, I was going to test them, but I want to show you something which is really important. I don't know if we can see. Very little oil. Very, very little oil. Mark, there's no oil at all in here. The secret of deep frying, friends, is to make sure the oil is at the right temperature. If it's cold oil, it's going to soak it up, and instead of being crispy, it's going to be soggy. And so what do you think? I can try it? Maybe I can try it. It's not too hot. It's a little hot, but I want you to hear. I hope you can hear because it's amazing. Oh, a little hot. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video I made for you. Thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. We'll see you in the next few days with another fantastic video. Thanks for watching.